Tonight, we're taking you above one of the most talked about bonfire nights in the country, Belvoir Castle's fireworks spectacular, or at least, that's what it was supposed to be. From the air, it looks incredible. A grand castle lit up against the night sky, thousands gathered for fireworks by a two-time British firework champion. But down below, things weren't quite so magical. What was meant to be a family celebration turned into what visitors later described as a total disaster. Gridlocked traffic, muddy fields, and freezing queues. The night quickly descended into chaos. Still, when the fireworks finally did start, they lit up the sky beautifully. And that's what you'll see throughout this video. So sit back and enjoy the view as we tell the story of Belvoir Castle's firework night, the one everyone's still talking about. Belvoir Castle, on the Leicestershire border, had promised a night of live music, hot food, and a spectacular fireworks finale by MLE Pyrotechnics, winners of the British Firework Championships not once, but twice. Tickets weren't cheap, £15 for adults, £7 for children, or up to £120 for VIP family packages. And with the event moved to a new, larger area of parkland called Ladies' Field, organizers expected a smooth evening for everyone, but as early as 6:15 p.m., the trouble began. Cars backed up for miles into the nearby village of Woolsthorpe. One visitor later wrote, "Queued in standstill traffic from 6:15 till past 8 p.m., still a mile away. Tired, hungry kids in the car, we gave up. Others did the same. Hours in traffic, nowhere to park, families turning around before the first spark went off." Another attendee said, "Those who did reach the site found muddy fields and chaos. Visitors described the car park as a mud bath. One said, I turned up in my electric car and was told, don't worry, if you get stuck, we'll pull you out with a tractor." Some said they were even called spoiled for not wanting to park on the wet grass. And then, finally, the moment everyone had been waiting for. At 8:35 p.m., after more than 2 hours of waiting, the sky finally came alive. From above, the display looked stunning. Flashes of red, gold, and blue lighting up the castle. But for many. As the rain continued, stewards struggled to direct cars, and everything slowed to a crawl. By the time the fireworks were due to start at 8 p.m., hundreds of people were still arriving, or still stuck in traffic miles away. The display was delayed until 9:05 p.m. as organizers tried to manage the situation. In the meantime, safety issues became a real concern. With minimal lighting in the car parks, people said they couldn't see where they were walking. Some even reported mild electric shocks after touching fencing in the dark. One visitor described it as an absolute shambles. No lighting, no organization, just dangerous. We traveled over an hour to make family memories. Instead, we made memories of sitting in traffic with two very sad little girls. But for many down below, the magic had already worn off. One visitor said, by the time the fireworks went off, we were half frozen and wondering if we'd accidentally paid for a suspense thriller. Another joked, it looked like someone's dad had bought a discount pack from Aldi. Still, from a drone's perspective, the fireworks shimmered beautifully against the night sky, a reminder that sometimes, even in chaos, there can be beauty. As the bursts filled the air, the crowds cheered, but it wasn't long before attention turned back to leaving. One person wrote, I got out of a sold-out Oasis gig with 70,000 people quicker than this. Others joked that the best part of the night was getting back in their cars and finally escaping the car park. After the event, social media lit up almost as bright as the fireworks themselves. Hundreds of comments poured in describing the night as chaotic, disorganized, and dangerous. Many families asked for refunds, saying the night had been ruined. Belvoir Castle quickly responded, saying, we acknowledge the complaints regarding our Bonfire Night event. We take all feedback very seriously. The weather created some difficulties with parking and delays entering the site. We will review the event and take on board all feedback. Despite all the frustration, there's no denying that Belvoir Castle provided a spectacular setting for fireworks, even if the experience on the ground left much to be desired. If you enjoyed this aerial look at the night and want to see more drone perspectives of events around the UK, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching Droneman Nottingham, and let's hope next year's display goes off with fewer sparks on the ground and more in the sky.